Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. So, from my last video I posted a couple days ago, and that is the part 1 series of one of my favorite singers from Australia named John Farnham. So if you saw the series, thank you for watching. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. So today's video is going to be about 1974 to 1979, because this is when the time that John decided to leave his partnership with Darryl Sample because he controlled John's career at that time. And they had a little back and forth with each other, and they decided to part ways. And then after that, EMI decided not to work with John anymore, and this is when the time he met with his current manager, Glenn Wheatley. Strap yourselves in, and hope you enjoy part 2 of the John Farnham series. After so many achievements, there would be a point in John's life is about to fall apart with his manager, Darryl Sample. He controlled John's life. It actually started in the year of 1974, when John spent most of that year with his starring role in another musical named Pippin, unlike Charlie Girl. Pippin didn't sell that well at that time. Also, he starred variety series called It's Magic, with Pippin co-star Colleen Howlett, and still didn't do that well on television. In 1975, there were plans to go overseas to give his sales and a career in a little boost, but those plans never came into fruition, so John stayed in Australia. As never came from his management relationship between John and Darryl is slowly growing, and it came to a point that their relationship is about to fall apart, and actually told the public way back in 1976 on January 12th. And it was made saying John and Darryl had ended their partnership. As of John and Darryl's partnership came to an end, at the same time for EMI, they are no longer wanted to work with John. By 1977, John's career has started to pick up as he hosted Opportunity Knocks. This was before Australian Idol, America's Got Talent, kind of. The gig didn't last long for John because he felt that he didn't have enough experience to host something. And actually, 2 years before that, he actually hosted a variety show and a famous show here in Australia called Countdown. Then John has starred in his own sitcom series that aired on Channel 7 network about a young singer on the verge of a major career breakthrough. He played as a part of a pop star named Bobby Farrell that aired between 1977 to 78. When John's career blew up in 67, he'd never taken holidays or breaks, and at the same time when he married to Jill. Now, since Darryl are out of their lives, they can spend time together, even holidays in overseas, but John couldn't get a record deal, so he has started to feel unhappy with himself, because he'd been playing songs over and over and over again. So John needs a challenge for himself. But slowly, he went downhill. But then in 78, John and Jill visit Colleen, former Queen of Pop, with her husband, Danny, in the United States, where in talks of negotiation with John as being his manager. And Danny believed that John needs to reshape up his career, but never came into fruition. But the following year in 1979, where John and Jill were in Vegas, where they met up with his future manager, Glenn Wheatley, who is actually the manager for the Little River Band, to negotiate with John to manage him and to make an album together. And a one little condition that John has to do, a one little point in your career, easy for me, is you have to join LRB. After 6 months of that discussion in Vegas, John approached with Glenn to make an album. Also, John told Danny that he was going to Wheatley Organization. And that will be the year of 1980. So we're going to stop the video right here. Thank you everyone who's been listening or watching this video. I'm hoping that John is going to be okay. And I'm still hoping that he's going to be back to his normal self. So that is it. Take care of yourselves everyone. And see you later.